when I was a kid.
I remember eating. It's like those little rice balls that came in a small pack.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what. Let me go try to see. You probably have eaten them.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. All right. While he looks up that, welcome back everyone to the Hypecast. Hope everyone's been doing well. There is a big heat wave going on around many places, including here in California. Many parts.
Found it.
Oh, what is it?
Tamago Boro.
I need a picture. I'm a visual man. Sometimes words don't get through me.
There you go.
All right, hold on. Let me check through. I guess my iPad for right now.
This man has so much devices around him.
Yes.
It's amazing that he's not Tony Stark.
Yes. Anyway. Oh, I actually never seen that one. Surprisingly. But there are many like it, so that's probably why.
Yeah. Probably.
Like the product itself, but not the actual not the bag. Yeah, I know those ones. Little. Yeah, they have like a bunch of them, like a bunch of brands or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might be just one of the many. So anyway, there is a huge heat wave, at least here in California. Many places are already like 100 degrees today as we record this. Meanwhile, Zawa is getting just rain. Lovely rain. But yeah, it's been pretty hot in many places, man. It's crazy. It's weird, man. We hit September. We just hit the beginning of September, and then the heat wave comes in now. It's like, what? You would think it would be like in the middle of summer. It's like, all right, well, I guess that makes sense, but you know. And then meanwhile, there's random places, other parts of the world being flooded. I think at one point too, at some point, Texas was pouring somehow during the beginning of the heat wave. I was like, what the fuck? Some parts in Texas, of all places. Interesting time with the weather during these recent times. But anyway, we're not the weather channel. We're definitely just here to talk about video games today, and then we have a bunch of like random bits of news around the spectrum of things today. So yeah, once again, hosted by yours truly, Sean, aka Hawk525, with Zawa, as always, with the holding down the co-host spot and all that. So again, hopefully everyone's staying hydrated and all that stuff. That's very important. And hopefully we get to this heat wave. But first, let's get to this forest of news. Forest full of random news. Anyway, a little bit on the fighting games happening. Let's bring up this one first off. I believe this is the random bit one. Oh yeah, this is multiverses section. So apparently Warner Brothers has filed a trademark for remember Big Chungus? Remember that meme with Bugs Bunny? Yep. I wonder what they're gonna do with that. I wonder what they're gonna do with that.
They're gonna make a horror movie.
I think I have that in the docket, but in case I don't, let's just bring it up now. Yes, Winnie the Pooh, because it went public domain not too long ago. People can just do anything they want with it, and they're making a terrible horror movie out of it. It's very bad. From what I can see.
It's very bad, but it's kind of like that horror movie. It's like, you know what? I'm bored. Let me just go watch it.
Yeah. It's like a. I'm pretty sure it's just one of those like so bad it's good type of moments, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they know it's like not gonna be the greatest thing, so they're just gonna just have fun with it, kind of thing. But even so, it's still pretty it's pretty bad. But anyway, back to here. Big Chungus, yeah, they could probably do. They can definitely probably make a dumb horror movie out of it, but my guess is that they're probably gonna make this into a costume of sorts for Bugs Bunny in multiverses. Now, hopefully, they do it to where Bugs Bunny's hitbox or hurtbox rather wouldn't be too confusing, because he's built around the the slim original Bugs Bunny body, right? So if somehow the big Chungus might confuse things, that might be an issue, but hopefully that won't be. But that's if they even do that. But hey, I mean they trademarked Big Chungus, so they can do anything what they want with it. So I don't know if you have any further comment on that on this one.
It's gonna be first. They're gonna do like a horror series with Big Chungus, and then after that, it's gonna be like 3 rom-com movies.
Oh yeah, romance comedy. Yep.
And then the last one's gonna be a superhero movie.
Yeah. They should do like an Avengers movie, but with all the Looney Tunes memes kind of combined. They should all assemble somehow.
And it's only gonna be a 30-minute movie.
I know, right? Only gonna be a 30-minute movie. Not a film short. It's a movie. For some reason. Anyway, that's it on that part. But a little more on multiverses because we do have a new character announced, and they showed us this teaser not too long ago, and this is involving with the cult classic movie Gremlins.
Ram. I mean, you can also say like because of the tricycle, it could have been Chucky too.
Yeah, possibly. Yep. So it's Gizmo and Stripe. I believe that's the villain's name, right?
Dwight.
Yes. So Stripe and Gizmo from Gremlins are coming into multiverses at some point. So I think Gizmo is coming out first, but unfortunately, with this recent update right here, that's just the little teaser, I guess. Once again, there was a bit of a delay, so instead he'll be joining on the 8th of September rather than a little sooner. Not too bad, looks like. But you can see him, what he looks like in game. Gizmo, I mean. So you can kind of see him in the box. I wonder if he's in the box the entire time, or is that just one of his like blocking / like shielding animations or something like that. That could be unique in this kit, because most characters can't block because the game doesn't allow you to, so to say. Yeah, because what you could do is just dodge. That's the universal mechanic for this game, unlike Smash or whatever. I mean, yes, you can dodge, but you can't block in here like you can in Smash. That's what I meant try to say. And so yeah, that's I think pretty much all we have for multiverses. But let me see if there's any like further development. From what it looks like, not so much, other than Gizmo and Stripe coming in sooner or later, and Gizmo coming in first. I wonder when Rick is coming in, because Morty came out first. So it is a little weird right now having just Morty and not Rick
He's lost
in
fighting
space.
other aliens
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Have you watched Rick
True.
and Have you watched Rick and Morty?
The newest like
No, I mean like
episodes?
just
No.
like in general, just in general.
Oh,
Like,
in general, yeah. I stopped watching when I don't know what season, but it was pretty much was saving Marty and his sister from the Council of Rick. I don't know how far that was.
oh, okay. I've never watched any of the episodes, but I remember like the meme back in the day was like, oh, if you watch Rick and Morty, you're an intellectual or something like that. Or, I don't know. And then they had the whole thing with like the fat dude, the fedora, like something like that. Um, it was just some random picture of a fat, like a big dude with the fedora. It's pretty funny. But yeah, anyway, Rick is still not in there. Good old Ricky. But anyway, not in there still. And then we are now still waiting for Gizmo and Stripe. And later on, I think we're gonna get Black Adam at some point because he was already randomly announced during this season. Still up there in the pinned tweet. So yeah, that's all we got. So for right now in the multiverses news. This one, if I am correct on this one could be big because this is for like the old school fans, and especially for those who played and loved the Capcom versus SNK stuff. So there's a lot of like oddly placed pictures, right? Well, oddly placed in terms of the date. Like recently, I think it was SNK that put out the picture of the developers, including from SNK, and I think it's on Oda's thing. Let me check real quick. Oda put up a picture, a group picture of himself, I believe, a bunch of other developers, including from SNK. I think there's one more picture. If I'm not mistaken. It's not this one. It might be on a different thing, but anyway, there was like different pictures of them having dinner together, all together, from Capcom and SNK. So it was like, that means they're working on something together or something like that. And they even had like a bunch of interviews, including this one from VGC or Video Games Chronicle. Yeah, whatever. There's a lot of stuff going on with SNK because they, they're still working on 15, and then they teased the new Fatal Fury / Garo game that's gonna be sometime in the future. Oh, there you go. There's like one of the other tweets I'm always looking for. So they had this tweet from SNK Global of them like holding up posters, and there's Matsumoto and Nakayama-san on the left. You can kind of see from Capcom, and they're working on Street Fighter at the moment. And I believe on the right, that's the staff for SNK. I believe. And yeah, just a bunch of just random posters, I guess.
They gave that they made a drawing for like the attendees. Put your name here and you might win this poster.
Attendees only kind of poster.
Yeah.
This is really cool though, because this is Shinkiro's art right here. You have Cammy, Isla, and then Ryu and Rio. That's pretty funny, actually.
Just one letter off, everyone.
Yeah, I know, one letter off. But their gimmick is like pretty much the same because Rio is like he's the parody of the Shotos from Street Fighter, and then Ryu is just Ryu, of course. But interesting combination of Cammy and Isla. I never thought about that. I think Shinkiro really likes Cammy. I think that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe it was just random or something. I don't know.
Put my baby girl here.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
I wonder what Shinkiro's favorite female character is really. I don't know. And then this is from I think this is from. Oh, it's right. It says it right there. SK Ogura-san, another artist. I believe that's from the SNK side when it comes to, more specifically, it might be for what's that SNK game or mobile game? Was it like KOF All Stars or something like that? I think
that one. Yes.
Yeah, I think that might be it. But I could be mistaken. But anyway, pretty cool artwork, because this one has Midnight, this one has Shermie on the bottom, and then on the male side of things, I guess, Luke and God Rugal. That's actually really cool. Nice little callback.
Really cool, but it's like on like a power.
Yeah, power scaling.
It's like
Yeah. I wish it was at least Evil Ryu or something, right? Like, or what's his name? Kage. That's what his name.
Yeah.
Or just regular Akuma, because Akuma is still powerful as is. That would have made more sense in my opinion. Although then again, Midnight and Akuma is like a really random combination that itself. I think Shermie and Rugal have some sort of connection, but I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so everyone's like, oh, CvS3 coming in? You know, like, everyone's like putting on their tinfoil hat. Of course, you know, Maximilian talked about it because he loves that kind of stuff too. Along with the rest of a lot of people within the FGC / just fighting game player base, I'm sure. What do you make of it? And I mean, I don't know if you read this like interview yourself, but it did say like something along the lines of like, hey, if they want to make a Capcom versus SNK game, we're up for it, you know. And that was from both sides, like from Oda-san and from the Capcom side. I forget who said it from Capcom, but they also said, you know, like along the lines of, oh, we would like to do that, but I don't know. What do you make of all this?
To me right now at the moment, it sounds like a lot of fluff, because I'm still reeling my head of what they did with Darkstalkers. Hey, you want Darkstalkers? Buy this first, then we'll see.
Yeah, right.
So what I'm trying to say, everyone, is that I better not see a repeat of like, okay, so if they want SNK versus Street Fighter Capcom again, okay, let's push out, like, we will re-release and, you know, maybe do an update to old SNK versus Capcom. See if people will bite. If no bite, then we'll throw it in the bin, because literally people don't want it.
I wonder if they will release, if they do take that route. I wonder if they'll do like a mega collection, because there's CvS2, and then they have the SVC Chaos one. Because SVC, that's the one with SNK developing that game, which is why it's called SNK versus Capcom rather than the other way around. But maybe it's just because it's from a different developer and publisher, it's probably hard to like make that happen and all in one package. Like, so maybe what they'll more likely to do is just release CvS and then CvS2 one package, and then on the other side from SNK they'll release SVC Chaos simultaneously, but from their own side of things at a discounted price, and hopefully maybe with their combined numbers somehow, I don't know, maybe it'll be like their way of like a measure stick, like a yardstick. Like, I wonder how much demand there is for, you know, this type of game, so to say. But hopefully, like you said, like it won't be like a repeating situation of Darkstalkers where it's like, oh, maybe if we put out this old ass game or collection, maybe it'll be a good way to measure interest and stuff like that, you know?
And it's like, no.
No, we want a new fucking Darkstalkers, goddammit. We don't want a old ass Darkstalkers game over and over again. Just give us a new one. Of course, they don't want to sink in money and then winding up being a flop.
Yeah,
but that's the
that's the opposite side, which I can understand on their point, but then it's like, don't like, wave it in our face like, you want it.
yeah.
No.
I feel like what they should have done was kind of like what Sega did with what was it, what's that series called? Shenmue. Shenmue during the Shenmue project, they had a Kickstarter or like which one was it? It's like either a Kickstarter or Indiegogo or something like that. They crowdfunding. They had a crowdfunding, and then guess what? People put their money into it, right? So why not do that for Darkstalkers and or any other fighting game project? And then that should be a way of measuring interest and stuff like that for said game. In this case, of course, with Capcom versus SNK or SNK versus Capcom, whichever it may be, and that should how it be. That's how it should be. This is what I'm trying to say. Yeah. But other than that, that's pretty much what it winds down to. Both sides saying, "Oh yeah, we're both interested in making a crossover fighting game once again." But it's just like, yeah, we like to do it, but we're still kind of busy with our own game right now, trying to kind of get our footing and stuff like that. Especially with SNK, they just made a comeback right now with SNK or KOF 15. And not to mention, they're going to be developing Fatal Fury / Garo, which that one had its own sort of interview sort of thing going on, and pretty much that's going to be like a more focused on the single player side of things. So that's actually going to be pretty interesting if that is going to be the case. Now, meanwhile, yeah, I mean, on Capcom side too, they want to just focus on Street Fighter, understandably, because 5 had a pretty interesting run overall because they had a pretty bad launch, but then it kind of became better over time type of situation. So they want to make sure 6 is a success, and then they can probably do whatever they want, I guess, from there on. I think what's going to happen is if Street Fighter 6 is a success, which is likely, right? And then what is it? SNK is done with their project, which is Garo at this point, which guess what is going to take a pretty long time. Then that may be when they'll do CvS3 and SNK blah blah blah. So that means we're not gonna get anything anytime soon when it comes to this. So as much as I would like to see a versus game from these two sides, as someone who did play CvS2, as a kid or as a young teenager or whatever, and I loved it for what it was because, it's a fighting game with Street Fighter and KOF characters, right? I mean, how could you say no to that? And as a fighting game fan, but hey, I mean, it is what it is. It's just people kind of reaching that cookie jar a little too deep. They got their tinfoil hat on and they got their copium and rose tinted goggles and stuff like that. Whatever it is, they're like, oh, we want it to be like this, so I think it is this. I think this is what's happening. So yeah. So there's just a lot of I don't know, a lot of reaching going on. But it is to say that it is cool, that these two fighting game companies, or yeah, these two companies that make fighting games, can come together, be friends, have a friendly dinner and stuff like that, and both have interest, at least, to so to say, in reviving possibly reviving the Capcom versus SNK / SNK versus Capcom series. So we'll see. Maybe I would like to be wrong on this one, but I think if it were to happen, they would have to both finish their projects first. That is pretty much the gist of things. Now, if it were to happen, I wonder what kind of style they're gonna go for, right? I wonder who's gonna be developing it, and I wonder what kind of style they'll go for. You know, because if it was from Capcom, they're likely just gonna use their RE engine, and that may look weird for the SNK side, right? Like especially with the KOF and Samurai Showdown characters and everything. I mean, it could potentially be cool, but I don't know. It would definitely look weird at the same time because we haven't seen too many times, KOF characters being in 3D and stuff like that. So, besides some very few games, but yeah, other than that, I don't know about that. But when it comes to SNK making the game, they could just have that style that they're going for right now. That looks fine, I think, and it would definitely fit the Street Fighter / other Capcom characters very well. So I mean, I definitely be all for it. Now hopefully also if they do make that game, I hope it's not just Street Fighter, right? Because CvS2, you have to admit it was pretty much Street Fighter versus SNK. That was pretty much what it was. And then you have Kyosuke from fucking Rival Schools, which is the oddest thing to me because it should have been Batsu, because he's like the main poster boy. But yes, Kyosuke is on his team, but Batsu is the one. He's like the de facto leader. He's the poster boy. He's the main character. He's the Ryu of Rival Schools. And yet Kyosuke got the spot for some reason. And then you have the old ass sprite of Morgan from Darkstalkers, who stuck out like a sore thumb because of that. But on the SNK side of things, that looked pretty cool, I think, because they had like Samurai Showdown, and they had yes, of course, a healthy selection of the KOF characters, but also the Fatal Fury characters and blah blah blah. I think that was okay. But other than that, I mean, I wish for SNK to like bring in their characters like Metal Slug and blah blah blah. All the other like classic like SNK stuff. That would be pretty cool as well. But anyway, enough on that for right now. That is all the fighting game news we have. Just not so much news, kind of, so to say, but just a hot topic because it is Capcom versus SNK. Another game that people would like to see, but for right now, I don't think we're going to see anything anytime soon. But on the topic of Capcom, so to say, there was an announcement of an announcement. Funny enough, this is from Nebelian. Capcom has detailed its Tokyo Game Show 2022 plans. So they'll have the Capcom Online Program, which includes the new Street Fighter 6 trailer, info on World Tour and Battle Hub modes. So we'll get to actually see like the single player stuff. So that would be pretty cool. And then Exo Primal, it's the dinosaur co-op game. Sunbreak for Sunbreak title update. And then we're gonna have an RE Village Gold Edition of sorts, and a new look at the Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. And then meanwhile, yes, of course, can't forget, Street Fighter will have its own actual like program within the Capcom stuff. So that will be something to look forward to, definitely. Anything wanted to comment on?
Let's wait and see, because I don't want to like fucking like I want to see what this.
Mm-hmm.
I want turn a blind eye to this until we see it. Though I wouldn't throw it out the window that with the Street Fighter 6 new trailer, we might get a teaser trailer for like upcoming returning or new fighters.
Oh,
I
okay.
wouldn't mind that. Like the Street Fighter 6 trailer is just showing off like the new modes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And probably gonna be like splat to remind us, Robot Netcode is in the game, blah blah blah.
Right.
And then at the tail end of the trailer is just like a sprinkle of like silhouettes of characters that's coming out.
I think we'll definitely hear like voices as a form of teasers as well. Maybe we'll hear Akuma, right, and then whoever the new villain is or something like that. That could be pretty cool as a means of, teasing and kind of like stringing us along, continuing to string us along for the Street Fighter 6 sort of promotion stuff. That would be pretty cool. Hope to see some surprises. That's all I can say. That's all I can say, really.
I wouldn't mind like at the end of the trailer, right? The screen's going blank. Then you hear a cell phone ring, and then you hear Sea Viper's voice.
That would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool.
Like she just says, "I'm on the job."
Yeah.
And I'll be like, "Oh, she's back. You've been missing for a hell of a long while, woman."
Yeah.
And then if not, again, like another one would be like screen goes black, and then we just hear the iconic M Bison laugh, and it's like, "Oh God." We thought you were dead.
See, that would be again. I was just about to say you're supposed to be dead, but yeah, you're alive. I think Bison's gonna come back one way or the other.
He's probably like in a new body.
For sure.
I'm looking at what's the kid's name?
Ed.
The one that has the I in my head, that's his new body. Like somehow he's using Ed's body to like come back, and he's like, "Hi guys."
Yeah.
You just see everyone going like,
that would be pretty unfortunate for. That would be pretty unfortunate for Ed, but that would make things a little interesting. But I would like to see the backstory on that, though, for sure. Yeah. That would be pretty kind of like interesting in that tragic way almost, because Ed is like, of course, wants to run away from Shadowloo and stuff like that, wants to get away from all that, but that happened. If that is the case, we'll see. Yeah. I feel like it is amongst the the launch character roster somewhere. It's like that weird game of like, Among Us, right? Who is the imposter? Who is M Bison? Who is the new M Bison? That would be a pretty interesting sort of like mystery within that fighting game, I would say. But we'll see. I mean, it might be just M Bison in just the default M Bison body, and it's like, oh, this is the new one, or whatever his laugh is. I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
And then you just see all those current Street Fighters characters just going like,
yeah, I know, yeah, yeah, yep.
And they just look at the camera and they go like, really?
I wouldn't be opposed if M Bison's new body will just be Slim Bison from like Capcom vs SNK. Like that would be pretty cool. I actually really like Slim Bison. But that's just my 2 cents on that. And he even has like the same idol animation, which is like him like shaking that hand. That motion. All right, so if we don't have anything else to say, I think we're pretty good on that one. All right, more on the frontline side of news. let's see what this one was all about. Oh, yes. So there was that weird news about PlayStation's price raising sort of controversy within few regions. But not only now, Microsoft has said, "Oh, we're not going to raise our prices for our consoles," but even Nintendo is like, "Oh, we're not going to raise our prices for our console." So that further kind of like shits on PlayStation's like thing where it's like, "Oh, difficulty in global whatever economic situations or whatever they said." Nah, I think that's just their way of saying, we kind of want to raise the price to get more money out of these out of these regions or something like that. So, what do you make of that one? What do you make of that, Zawa?
I don't the last line, while final price of to consumers is always determined by region. Like, I mean, thank you for not increasing the trade price for the hardware, but that whole line that's saying, being always determined by retailers, like, then are you saying retailers are screwing us over when the item could have been like sold for cheaper?
Well, no. Well, the suggested price from the manufacturer is $300, I believe, right? Or whatever it is. And for the most part, retailers have always went for that price. For the most part. I think that, well, major retailers, I mean, when it comes to the mom and pop shops, then they will probably more likely do the little bit of that price raise because they want to squeeze it, as much as they can. Maybe I could be wrong on that, but for the most part, major retailers always have been selling it within very close to within the MSRP. That's at least that's from what I've been experiencing anyway. But it is possible, let me just say, it is possible for some of the major retailers to, for some reason, raise the price. Because MSRP is only suggested retail price. Suggested, that's a key word for it. But for the most part, they've stuck with it. But at the end of the day, it's still the same price as before. Thank you, Nintendo, I guess, for that, for letting us know. But there's still all the problems that you guys have been having to deal with. But and they haven't bothered to fix. But at least for here, kudos for the price sort of stability, let's just so to say. But meanwhile, with Sony, it's pretty much looking likely like they just wanted to do it on purpose for the sake of money. So there is that inflation situation, for a lot of things around the world, and yet when it comes to Xbox / Microsoft and then Nintendo, the big players, man, they haven't raised their console prices in those regions. So what is that to say, right? What is that saying about Sony? So that's the gist of it. Okay, so this one is not gaming related, but this is related to, I guess, gamers in some way, because a lot of people on Twitter like to enjoy the fan art from from the artists, right, around the world. They could be drawing anything from Street Fighter to anything anime related, and a lot of those artists are using Clip Studio Paint. And I wanted to bring this up as someone who does use Clip Studio Paint, because there was I guess controversy that Clip Studio Paint was going for more of a subscription-based monetization rather than, you know, the one-time purchase type of traditional monetization with the program. And that obviously rubbed people the wrong way. A lot of people were like, hey, you know, we don't like this, you know, blah, blah, blah. I mean, so to say, lightly. You know, I'm sure they have a lot of things to say. But recently, Clip Studio Paint wanted to come out, clarify things, and they said that a one-time purchase option will remain after version 2.0, but there still remains a sort of subscription-based program within this statement, I believe. But this is more towards the update pass. So what pretty much is going to happen is if you want more updates for the program, you may or will have to go for that subscription monetization in order for your program to be, you know, mostly updated and stuff like that. But I think there is going to be still a way to just like update it as you were. I think I could be wrong. This is still a little confusing. But long story short, I guess, is that the worst that can happen is that you have to pay for your updates. Is pretty much the end result of this. So it's not the worst, I think, in my opinion, but you know, the fact that they're even considering this is kind of shitty because a lot of artists went to this program because it was, you know, that traditional just one-time purchase type of thing versus with Adobe where you have to subscribe to all the programs pretty much, like especially with Photoshop and Premiere and blah blah blah, you know, and people hated that, and that's why they all, like, a lot of them left to come to this one because, you know, funny enough, Photoshop is still used, I think, for art purposes. You know, people actually draw on it still, I think, but when it comes to like the new Adobe stuff, you definitely have to subscribe to it, unfortunately. And they don't want that here, man. I definitely don't want that. I just wish they can stick to their guns, you know, and try to, you know, keep it traditional as much as possible. You know, just that one-time purchase, free updates, you know, that sort of thing. I think if anything, if they want to monetize this, I would say monetize the brushes, right? Monetize the brushes and the assets, right? If you want to go that route. That way, right, you can offer some sort of royalty program for the artist who made the creator who made that brush. Because there's a lot of brushes that are like made by fans and just like, you know, individual people. So if anything, yeah, I mean, why not just go through the route of offering the option or the opportunity for people to make some pocket money by having their brushes being sold on there, and then take a split of some sort of like a revenue split. There you go. That's that should be like a like a middle ground of sorts. So you have the creators like get some money, but also the developers of Clip Studio Paint get that change. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what they should do, ideally. But the reality of it is that they want to get it from where people really want to, you know, like, right? Like they want to just go for the software itself. They want to go for this updates as well. Obviously, because that's what most people want. Let's just be real. But so that's why they were trying to like play around with this, and then obviously people didn't like it. So I think again, I think the worst that may come of this is the updating will probably be something you have to pay for rather than the whole entire like software itself. So, do you have any comment on this situation?
Pretty much is like what everyone is saying in a unified voice, that that this was their escape from, you know, subscription type of art program.
Yeah.
Majority of us, what we started with Adobe, right?
Yes, I started definitely from Photoshop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. we all started, like most of us started from Adobe, and before, remember, a long time ago, it was a one-time buy and deal, and then all of a sudden it went to the cloud
Yes.
thing, which I had my mind just went like, why?
Mm-hmm.
I just need Photoshop, or I just need InDesign and stuff. I
Mm-hmm.
just need that. Why do I need the rest of
I
the
mean,
rest of
to
this?
be fair, they do have individual programs, but you have to pay more. That's the
Yeah,
catch.
that's the problem.
That's the catch. Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so there then Clip Studio Paint was there. My
Yes.
friend introduced me into it, and she's like, if you don't want to pay for Adobe anymore, here, use this.
Mm-hmm.
It works the same, but she said it's much simpler but complex.
It's.
I was like, what? I
I
was
mean,
like, what do you mean it's simpler but complex? And she's like, watch this. 3 minutes later, I still don't know what you just did. Do it again.
yeah. I get what your friend is saying. I mean, because you're so used to Adobe, right? But then
Yeah,
whenever you switch to a new program, it's like, oh my god, it's like learning to walk again, type of thing. Even though
yeah,
walking itself is a pretty simple thing, it's like, oh shit. But then because Clip Studio is actually catered for art, you have more tools, offered to you, and like for example, the drafting and the how you paint things, and the simple, like the things you kind of don't really see as much with Photoshop. You definitely see it in Clip Studio, which is pretty nice. So
and then it was more fun. Like, and then there are Clip Studio like short videos of like if you're doing this most complicated like thing like
yeah.
shadowing and stuff, then all of a sudden you see this person. It's like, here, make a shadow like this, 3, 2, 1, and you're just
Mm-hmm.
staring or like
Yeah.
like like really,
Yeah, because it's
but
actually made for artists. That's why. Mm-hmm.
yeah. Because again, as you said, we're so used to like one style of programming, and then once we
Mm-hmm.
dive into another one, we take that whatever
Knowledge,
muscle memory,
muscle memory,
knowledge, muscle
exactly.
memory
Mm-hmm.
of doing it, and then all of a sudden like it's like, wait, you just did my 25 steps in only 3. Teach me. It's
In a
like,
lot of
teach me.
situations, I believe that's how it goes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But the only part that I still don't understand how to do in Clip Studio Paint, which I think it's on my end because of my brush settings, is blending.
Oh yeah.
Blending the colors so it looks like it's like clean and not like like you can see
Like
that
hard edge. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're blending the two shades or the two colors into something in between. No, I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Um.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think it's it could be with like smearing. I forget what if it has smearing or not. It should have it. But there's more there's like many ways to go about that too, even within either Photoshop or Clip Studio Paint,
Hmm.
which is that's kind of like the beauty of how people do art. That in itself. But anyway, um, anything else you wanted to say about this particular situation?
I hope they are going to re reevaluate review,
Yes, reconsider and all that. Yeah.
or unless like how, because I can understand why they doing their, would you call it, like not gatekeeping, but um pay locking like certain features. I can understand that.
Yeah.
But because of Clip Studio Paint and how like the users find ways around it,
Mm-hmm.
to me, I'm like here sitting like, just give it a couple of months the ones that bought it is gonna find a workaround and going like, hey, you know that feature that just came out last month? Here. You know, like they'll like mod something in. Or you know, they make like if like a new brush system or whatever's came out, they'll try and reverse engineer it and go like, okay, I found how they did this.
Yeah.
Here you guys go.
Yeah. There's always a workaround for everything.
Yep.
Eventually. that's how it goes within that sort of war between the inaccessibility and stuff like that. And I don't know about Adobe. I don't know if people are able to get around Adobe stuff, but that's what people are trying to do anyway. Is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully, it won't be to that point with Clip Studio Paint. Well, we'll have to see. Pretty much. It did say on this tweet, we have received a lot of feedback and are taking note of your comments. We will share any further announcements with you here. So that's pretty much the gist of it. So hopefully they kind of like meet the middle ground, make it a little more friendly somehow, and we can go about our day without having to worry about it too much. So we're gonna have to wait and see, as we always do. Okay, this one is a bit more of a not. I hate to put it this way, but this is pretty simple but yet complex at the same time. Because let me just open up here. So for those who are watching this video, can already kind of guess what we're going to be talking about or what I'm going to be referring to for this situation. Me, in fact, just open up everything before I open this can of worms. Because this does involve mostly with YouTube, but also I will bring in the Twitch situation that happened now a couple weeks ago or something like that, or about a week ago. I could be wrong on that. Anyway, so with CoryxKenshin, he is a well-known video gaming YouTuber who happens to be black. Has been accusing pretty much YouTube of favoritism and possibly racism because of what his content has been going through over time. There was a video game that he was playing, and because there was some like very controversial things within that video game, like for example, you know, self-harm and stuff like that. You know, it talks about, you know, those sort of subjects. He got the age restriction, and he happened to sort of like look up other people who play the same game, and yet they didn't get the age restriction, especially with Markiplier, who is very, you know, very popular, of course, even now. And you know, this has been a continuing thing. Like whenever he starts to trend again, for some reason, his stuff gets age restricted for one of them, and then, you know, it's, you know, as a means of like perhaps trying to slow him down. And then meanwhile, we saw Markiplier being like just untouched for some reason, for the most part. Are you familiar with the situation?
A bit, yes. And
What
it's to me, it's pretty much, you know, yeah, you can see it. YouTube being YouTube, like other channels would get slapped across the head, and then other channels that does the same thing would be like,
yeah, just like a little tap, like, hey, you know, just just go have fun with it, you know, some
yeah, it's like, we're gonna turn a blind eye, but don't do it again.
Yeah,
Another streamer,
kind of like
another
that.
one does, another person does it, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? No.
Yeah. Very odd.
It's like, but you guys just, he did the same thing. Oh no, he did not do the same thing, you see, because of, it's like,
Yep.
so he has every right.
Yeah. And you know, people who have been saying like, "Oh, why do you have to bring up race and blah blah blah?" I think this is like, I mean, we don't know. I mean, obviously, that YouTube is not gonna come out and say like, "Hey, we're racist," by the way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna know that. But like,
well, in some universe, maybe they
maybe
did.
in some universe, I don't know, like a parallel universe, like where everything is like just wide open, like, hey, we're fucking racist, man, we fucking hate you, or whatever. Like, but no, it's not so much black and
let me go get the dark code. Let me go just like pop in.
Oh yeah.
I found it. I found the racist universe.
Yeah. Everything isn't so much black and white, of course. You know, we still don't know what's going on, because I mean, it's not just this situation too. Like, I mean, I've been kind of on the other end as well, right? Or let me say, sort of a similar end with Cory here. But I'm not gonna so much be like, oh, they're going against Asians or anything like that. But you know, because there's a bunch of people who kind of went through the same situation I went through. This was back in 2018, where my channel was just randomly disabled during, of all the weeks, E3 week, right? That sucked because I couldn't make videos about E3 on the spot. And a lot of people had the same issue, or should I say, a good handful of people had this similar issue, including Darkside Phil, or DSP, a very old school Let's Player, you know, still kind of popular-ish, but anyway, he got his channel back like within days, like 3 days at the most, and then I had to wait for like a week for some reason. So I'm like, what the hell? Like, why didn't everyone got their channel back? And yet, you know, DSP and a few other channels got theirs back, and within like days, or within a few days. So obviously, I believe personally, you know, from my perspective, I think definitely favoritism at least does play a part of things. Like, you know, whenever YouTubers make more money and stuff like that, they're gonna have a bit more of a treatment here rather than just everyone, you know. And I understand why, but ideally you want to treat everyone equally, of course, and that would be, you know, again, that would be ideal. But the reality is that people who make money are the ones that are gonna get the have the protection, so to say, and not so much the people who don't. You know, that's just pretty much how it goes, unfortunately. Whoever has the bigger numbers are gonna get more eyes on them, including management. And well, in this situation here, Cory is also very popular, but you have way more popular gamers as well, like Markiplier, for example. And you know, we say Markiplier because he also brought up Markiplier, and like, he's not trying to accuse him, but he's just trying to make an example. Like, hey, how come he did the same thing, and yet he got the strike, or community the age restriction, and blah blah blah, and just like, yeah, what is going on with that, right? What is going on at YouTube, and why is this happening throughout the years? And so obviously, you know, again, there's no black and white answer as of right now. I think for the most part, there's a lot of mismanagement within the employment side of things. And I think what's going on is that people have to meet a quota, right? And so, you know, and it's a very unreasonable quota. Like, oh, you have to community strike, or age restrict, or you have to pretty much like take care of this many channels by the end of the week, or by the end of the month, or whatever. And then of course, you know, Cory has to be there because he's pretty popular, right? And he's trending and stuff like that. And so they just do a number on him, unfortunately. And so it's those sort of circumstances. So that's scenario number one. Scenario number two, this could be where, yeah, the favoritism comes in. Like, you know, for example, like, you know, maybe that person happens to really like Markiplier, and then they see CoryxKenshin coming up on the up and coming, and then they're like, I don't want to see that. So, you know, they do the age restriction, stuff like that, and that's probably where the favoritism could possibly come in too. So I mean, it all plays a part of the mismanagement. I think that definitely YouTube has to do a better job, like, keeping up with the employment side of things and really make sure they have good workers and be good to their workers as well. Give them like all the benefits they need and blah blah blah, and provide sort of just reasonable sort of goals and stuff like that, and performance sort of quotas and stuff like that. And of course, though, they're a global sort of corporation type of entity, so that's why they just want to just at the end of the day make sure they make money, so that's why they do that kind of stuff. It's a mess right now. Let's put it that way. And not only CoryxKenshin, of course, has been facing this sort of situation, but someone named Jidion has been, who also happens to be black. So I think Cory is aware of Jidion's situation, and also the other way around, of course, right? And Jidion is also someone who has been, again, an up-and-coming YouTuber who makes different content, but content no less on YouTube, and also has been facing similar situations, except that he's getting strikes instead. And he's been talking to like his management and stuff like that. Like, hey, what's going on? And how come I'm? This one's pretty similar because he was reacting to a online gambling site, so to say, and he was trying to teach like, hey, gambling is bad, right? And yet he got the strike, and yet meanwhile, everyone else who does the same thing or similar things or reacting to the same content don't get the age restriction. And also, hey, I mean, similar situation, right? Those people aren't black, or mostly not black, and they're not getting the age restriction. And yet he is getting the age restriction, and he happens to be black. So, in his perspective, and also Cory's perspective, how could you not, come to that conclusion, right? Like, I personally don't blame him for that. So, not only on YouTube, but he also got a permaban, I think, of sorts, because, well, this one's a bit of more of a complicated situation where Jidion, I think, sent a hate raid on Pokimane because of a misunderstanding of sorts, and he thought Pokimane was being racist or something like that, or something along those lines. And he came out and apologized, and it's still permaban, I think, on Twitch.
Yeah.
And he, in fact, has long settled a he made amends with Pokimane, and in fact, they even had like a collaboration of sorts. They had some sort of like mukbang. I don't know. They were just eating something, some sandwich, and they're friends. They're good, and yet, which like, no, he's still banned. And what's even more fucked up is that yes, this Twitch streamer, I don't know her name. Oh, it's Kim Mika, I think that's her name. Had sexual relations with her, I assume her boyfriend, on stream, right? And she was chatting with her audience while that was happening. You don't see it directly, obviously, but if you look at somewhere in the video, yeah, I'm like, like that reflection of the window, right? You kind of get to see that. I'm like, what the fuck? And yeah, she only got a 7-day ban, a week, right, on Twitch, of course. So that's
then,
go ahead.
When I saw this, I was like thinking back, like, that's it. I said, this should be like a full form, because you see like someone getting banned for like the smallest thing, and it's like a perma ban. It's like, really?
Yeah.
Like, I forget which tweet. It was like a small little thing. I mean, I might be like confusing it with like another streaming platform.
Yeah.
The guy was streaming, and then I guess he didn't close the door.
Oh.
His and then I guess his family was just talking about like something, and then I guess one of his family member just popped in, going like, "Hey, bro, you want to go smoke some weed?"
Mm.
You know, just that. Like, you think it wouldn't like be like, "Oh my god," like call the cops, right?
Right.
Then all of a sudden, that the guy's Twitch feed just cuts, and when he tries to come back, it says like, "Oh, you're banned." And I was like, the guy didn't really outright say, "Oh, I'm gonna smoke weed." It was just like some random like family member just popping in, "You want to
Yeah.
smoke?" It's like, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's sad to say, but you see it everywhere. Like,
Yeah.
you could get banned for the most smallest thing, but if someone else does like a greater thing that you think you'll get banned for, it's like, no, slap on the wrist. No, no.
Yeah.
Want to like grab whoever is hitting those ban buttons. It's like, dude, do you know how to do your job? Because you're making this job look so easy. Like, I could just sit behind and just go to like some random streamer stream, and if they say like a word I don't like, oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, it really makes me wonder, like, who is like managing the workers, man, or like what is happening on that side of Twitch as
And
well.
it's like, what is the qualifications they?
Yeah, what are the qualifications? What's the quota? Like what are the rules over there? Like what the hell?
It's like I guess like this person who gave her the 7-day ban was pretty much like, I gotta be, as you said, quotas. Like, oh shit, I didn't ban anybody in the last 3 weeks. You,
Yeah,
congratulations.
yeah. A 7-day ban because I want to see more
Because
of
I like
you.
you.
Yeah, I like
Yes, because I like
exactly,
you.
exactly, exactly.
And that you rake in like 1K a stream, so you good.
Yeah, it's just it's unbelievable of what is going on over the past while, right? Like with both
Yeah.
YouTube and Twitch. Like, although Twitch is like, man, it's more like sexual related because like obviously you have like the
Yeah.
big like cam girls and whatever, kind of like get
Cam
the
girls, you have the swimming pool.
the whole bathtub thing, yeah,
Yeah.
meta that was going
Which I
on.
still find it funny, like, yeah, you have these swimming pools with the girls and stuff, but if a guy tries it, it's like automatically like too sexual. I'm like, eh?
Yeah. They're more likely to get banned somehow. And I think, yeah, I mean, it's that one definitely is favoritism. Like, someone at the desk over there is just like horny on main essentially. Like, oh my god, man. The more I think about it, it's just like, ugh. Who is seriously behind that keyboard that is actually banning people or putting up the strikes and whatever, right? I mean,
Like, I'm sure there's like a checklist of what needs to happen before you get banned, but it seems like they just like threw that checklist away and just go like, no,
yeah.
no, 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 no,
Mm-hmm.
nah.
Yeah.
Little bit ban, soft ban. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no. He's like,
Like I remember this reminds me of Asmongold when he left his chat or he left the in-game chat on for I think it was like Diablo Immortal or something like that. And then some like random gamer or whatever in the chat was put in some like N-word or something like that, something like that. And then his chat was like, "Oh my god, it's the N-word. He said the N-word. He said the N-word." And then Asmongold was like, "Hey, guys, just ignore it. It's fine. Whatever. Just don't give him attention." And then within minutes, he got his channel banned because of that. Like that is crazy to me too, because it's like it's something completely out of your control, and yet you get your channel banned, right? Like the same thing can happen with like people who do the real life travel vlogging, right? If some dude coming behind comes out of nowhere and like just like shouts out the N word or like shouts out like the whatever racial derogatory term, right, out of nowhere, they get banned. The channel gets banned for something that they don't have control of. You know, what if you know, there happens to be a fight like out in the corner of your shot, right, in your stream, and then they go fight, and then they start being racist towards each other, right, and then the Twitch catches that. It's like, oh well, let's ban this channel. It's like, what? God damn it, man. Oh my god. So it's just so it's just bad. Like it's just this is so dumb. There's no way other way to describe it. It's just so dumb. Yeah. And they get the permaban, right? And then yeah, worse people, right? The people who do worse things, which happens to be sexual acts, get like what, 3 days, 7 days out with the worst. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise, man. And what's crazy, you know, to go back on YouTube, what's crazy about Corey's situation is that while he was trying to get his situation sorted, right? I think his video got no restriction after that. They cleaned it off, but then they did it again. But and then they age restricted what was it, like Markiplier's video on that particular game or something like that. And I'm just like, what? Like, what is going on, man? Like, what is the deal with YouTube?
I don't know. Like it's like that part. Like YouTube just, you know, they got caught and they're trying to like go like, oh no, we didn't do that. No.
We're not racist, you know. It's like, oh.
You know, it's like they're like, no, nothing's wrong. We didn't do anything. Clean up and clean it up. Nothing's wrong.
Yeah.
Is it? Did you fix it? Did you fix it? See, look, his channel.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, again, like, I think there is favoritism to some extent, at least to some extent, because, you know, I've been on that end as well, and my channel didn't come back till a week after, and yet, you know, people like DSP got his channel back within a few days, and the way I came to that conclusion is because, yeah, I mean, DSP is a bigger channel than me, of course, so it's like, how would I not come to that conclusion, right? And just like them, you know, because they happen to see non-black YouTubers not getting, you know, age restricted on the same content they're reacting to, or the same game they're playing. Yeah, like how do you not come to that conclusion? I don't blame them for that at all, to think that way of, oh, it's racism and stuff like that. And so even Corey said, you know, hey, I hate to be that guy to bring up the race card and stuff like that. You know, that's like what how he sort of put it. And yet, you know, because he you know, he saw like the pattern himself in his perspective. Yeah, I mean, in this case, I'm gonna think this way. I think it is racism and blah blah blah. So he just straight up, you know, alleges that YouTube is racist, you know, or someone at YouTube is racist and stuff. So again, I do not blame him for that. It's just crazy. Oh, let me just play the video for Jidion. I think he's talking about the Twitch stuff. So hold on.
And I read the headline: girl has sexual relations live on stream. I couldn't believe it. You could actually see everything that was happening. So I quote tweeted it and I said, and I'm still banned? A little jab at Twitch, but a joke nonetheless, because I was like, they at least had to give her a month to a permaban. I mean, this is huge. That's basically showing corn, I said corn, to underage kids, right? That's Twitch doing that. So I'm going on with my stream, my chat spamming, yo, she's live on TikTok, she's live on TikTok, she's live on TikTok. So I join in her TikTok live. Then I ask her the $1 million question. I know why, but like, how long are you banned for?
7 days.
What the? 7 days. She was banned for 7 days, showing corn to literally children, and only a 7-day ban. So I go on Twitter and I say, she gets on live 7-day ban, and I'm still over here permaban.
Mm-hmm. So that pretty much sums up that situation nicely.
Yeah.
So
And
Twitch.
I read the headline.
Oh, oops, sorry about
Girl
that. Sorry about that. So, so both Twitch and YouTube, I feel like they are facing a similar situation with the mismanagement. And you know, there are probably separate circumstances and stuff like that as to why this is exactly happening and stuff like that. But you know, we're not gonna get an answer, obviously.
No.
Like, hey, we're not. They're not just gonna come out and be like, hey, we're racist. You know, hey, we love this YouTuber, but we hate these YouTubers. You know, they're not gonna say it like that, right? I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Same with Twitch, like, hey, we're horny, you know. That is how it's gonna go, man. Do I expect any change anytime soon? Ideally, yeah, but realistically, no. You know, in an ideal world, sure, like they should come out with a statement, hey, you know, we're gonna try to do better, blah blah blah, like whatever they gotta have to do, right? Like that's sort of PR bullshit, but at least it's something. It's something,
Yeah.
but I think realistically, we're not gonna see anything anytime soon. So, you know, of course, Jidion has started the hashtag Twitch Respond. I hope something comes out of it, obviously, but as someone who did streamed on Twitch at some point, and of course as someone who just watches stuff on Twitch, I hope for the sake of the people who want to stick with the platform can feel that they're at a better place sometime in the future. But as a YouTuber, right, myself, as someone who does upload content on my YouTube channel as well, and of course who has experienced it in some way, you know, hopefully that goes through the same thing too at some point. And you know what's funny, to wrap up this whole thing, is that Markiplier and other YouTubers have started this sort of trend of seeing they purposely upload a video called like, oh, let's do the age restriction challenge and see if they get restricted like right away or whatever, and just to see what how it goes, right? And if they don't get age restricted for doing something, obviously that's going to be age restricted. It's like, what is that really saying now, right? What is that really saying? So
I do want to see like them keep doing like this, or they could just have like the most blatant like title up there, you know, being uploaded to their YouTube channel, like "Big Booty Girl Sits on My Face," you know, like I want to
Yeah.
see them like just make like ridiculous like clickbait like type of titles,
Yeah.
and see like if YouTube's gonna be like catch on and say, hey, stop that, or they're just gonna be like,
Yeah.
and then you know they test it with a fake account and try to put it, and then all of a sudden be like, who's that?
Right.
Ban this person.
Yeah, and obviously, of course, other big YouTubers are talking about it too, like this whole, you know, what's YouTube doing situation, including Asmongold, Ludwig, even DeFranco, of course, right? And then Moist Critical are talking about it. Like all the big YouTubers are talking about it, so that's good. Again, I hope something comes out of it, but you know, again, is anything gonna happen anytime soon? No. So realistically, looking at it, like ideally, of course, hopefully something happens. Hopefully something realistically, or hopefully something just in general just comes out of the situation, and you know, make sure that YouTube has all the gears, you know, well, you know, maintained and stuff like that, and start spinning in the right way and shit like that. Hopefully it'll be that machine that we've all once, you know, loved, you know, just like using to make content or upload content, show off our content, and you know, just celebrate content creation. You know, show off our videos, show off our passion, you know, show off whatever we like, and go about our day. We shouldn't have to, like, you know, look at this situation or see the situation unfold again and again and again. Whether it's favoritism or racism or just anything, sexism, I don't know, you know, like, and not just with YouTube, of course, but with Twitch, and hopefully other platforms take note of it too. So, really, funny enough, the only like social media platform, one of the only major social media platforms I've seen with pretty much no problem, so to say, is Twitter. Like, kinda, right? Like, you know, we can still tweet whatever we want in a way within reason, and there hasn't been major issues. I'm sure there are issues, but any major issues like this, like, I don't think, right? Obviously it's not perfect, but it's not like really stupid like what YouTube and Twitch have been going through. You know, it's not like your favorite fan artist like does this picture, right? He or she drew this picture, and then gets blocked or gets banned, right? But when there was like someone the other side of Twitter, right, where they show literally someone dying or something like that, and then they're still up on YouTube or on Twitter, and they don't get banned, you know. I don't think anything like that has been happening, right? Like, so I mean, not in like a very obvious way. So, anyway, hopefully, of course, hopefully something comes out of both of these situations. Because frankly, I'm getting sick and tired of it, man. I want to see something happen. I think we all do. Anything you wanted to say?
Somebody better reevaluate, you know, their policy, and also
for sure.
look at their current employees status.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Yep. Hopefully something comes out of it. So, alrighty. Let's get move on and talk about the games and the games news.
The game lead.
Yep. Games. Okay. This one involved with a mobile game called Mario Kart Tour, and Saved You a Click put out a tweet, pretty much doing their job, right? You know, saving you a click. And there was a screenshot of a news outlet of sorts talking about, hey, they got rid of, or they're going to get rid of their most controversial feature. And lo and behold, Saved You a Click pretty much said it's the gacha mechanic. So from what I can understand, you can roll for characters, I guess, and then you know how the situation goes, and the character you want, you know, that's probably the lowest rate one, right? The banner character or whatever, how that goes, you know, that's gonna go out the window, I guess. So I guess what could happen is that these characters are just gonna be DLC, pretty much. Like, you just paid the DLC, boom, you get the character. So, like, I guess at the end of the day, then I don't know. I guess it depends on the person's perspective, but you know, I guess it really depends on like what device you want to play on. So if if you're just on your phone all day, then it's like, okay, I can understand that. But it's like, well, if you're gonna be doing that, why not just play it on the Switch, where it's like you get the bigger screen and you get the better graphics, I'm assuming, and in fact they have courses from the mobile game in the new DLC for Mario Kart. So it's like, why not play just play Mario Kart 8, you know, at that point. But you know, I'm glad to see this kind of thing happening, because I'm assuming Nintendo's like, yeah, I think Europe is starting to do the thing where they are banning the loot box stuff, right? Because the loot box ban has been talked about in Europe for a while now, and so maybe they're actually doing it now, or they're probably just taking precautions. I don't know which one is the case, and so that's probably why they're just going ahead and banning the loot box stuff right now or soon. What do you make of that?
I mean, to me, it's like it's on a mobile. It's kind of expected that this was going to happen. So it's not phasing me, but I can understand the players that do play this game. But again, as you brought up, it's like some of those courses that you may love on that mobile game. It's right there on the Switch.
Right.
Go there. But I guess it's for the sake of character progression or account progression, because
Yeah.
two different games. There's no connectivity.
No. Yeah.
Right?
No, you're right. You're right.
As far as we know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's to that point. Like we'll just have to wait and see. Like why are they taking this out, and what is going to actually be put in?
Yeah. What's the replacement?
To fill in that hole.
Yeah. Good question, man. Good question.
Yep. Because I don't know. Does that game have a battle pass?
I don't know. I haven't played Mario Kart Tour, so I can't tell you. But I think that's what what they're probably gonna go for, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
A battle pass,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. And then also for rolling on the characters, it's like, hey, we had our share
Yes.
of blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. I wonder if we can just like look it up. But go ahead.
This man over here steals my characters, I steal his, and then
Yeah, we've had that conversation.
and then he this morning sends me a little picture of one of my units, and I'm like, what? It's like, what?
Yeah.
I'm just helping out.
Yeah, everyone's talking about how like the gacha mechanic is going to be removed. Let me see. I want to see how the gacha mechanic goes. Let me see. I think it's in here.
I want to see the percentage. Like, what is?
Yeah.
It's far enough away from the regular gameplay that it doesn't feel
It's like
good. It doesn't feel good enough to.
Because remember in our games, it says like banner drop rate increase. And it's like, that's a freaking lie.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh my. Okay. So wait, hold on. Is this a gacha mechanic?
Try to put like
just kind of shady. Really,
Mario
just kind of
Kart
sleazy thing to do because
because
like I remember
pools,
first playing games
like
like
gacha
that.
pools.
Oh yeah, you're right. I should probably put
when
polls.
we do
And then, like,
when we do
eventually I learned that it was just a big
fake
disappointment.
goal, like we just put like banner
Polls.
pools and
Yeah.
right there, goading. Yeah,
This one?
compilation.
Oh yeah.
So there was another one like how many pools for Dr. Mario, which like okay, so fire. So it costs 45 to do
A
a
10.
10 pool.
Oh my god. It's literally gacha in the Mario game.
Okay.
Yep, and then you get
So you
duplicates. Yep, it levels up your character with duplicates. Oh, and then you pull for carts. Yep. Oh, you got some super pull. You got a super pull. Oh, there's a star.
There it is.
High end. Look at that. Yeah, Pirate Bowser Jr. And he took a screenshot. That's funny.
He's the guy who did it, Mom.
Yeah. I'm guessing the super ones are like the 4 stars.
Yeah.
And the high ends are the 5 stars. Yeah, and these are the 3 stars essentially. Yeah. Yeah, because yeah, that's pretty much. Oh, and then look at that. Oh, what?
Oh, yeah. See the wing pack. Okay, so you insta get something if you buy for $20. Okay, so standard gotcha like bundles.
Oh yeah. These are the bundles, and then yeah, you get the pirate pipe, which is the how he got pirate as a junior. So it's just it's really
right, how many pulls for Dr. Mario?
Yeah.
Let's see how. Okay, so those are what you can get. Alright, well, let's see if you're gonna like die from this.
Oh, look at that. This person already wailed on the game. Look at that. Like he already has all the cards max level. Look at that.
He's just breezing through.
He's breezing through it, yeah. Just tapping on that screen.
No star, no like that superstar.
The music too. It's like oh wow, that's the high-end cart. So this is pretty much like the craft essence or like the weapon or you know that equivalent, you know, but with carts. Oh, look, oh, you can. Oh my God! So there's the glider and the cart and then the character. What the fuck, man? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, now I can see why they're taking this out because your banner is sharing like with other shit.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, he's pulling for the Dr. Mario stuff, and then yeah.
Okay, so that was one case. So he has like 1,000.
1,000 what?
The red jewel. How much does he have?
Let's see. Sorry, so what are you looking at?
Upper right.
Oh, the Gacha currency.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. How much does he have?
He has 829 right now.
Okay, that's decent. Wow, 800 divided by 45. So he has enough for 17 pulls. 10 pulls. So he already did one. He didn't get the Mario of the doctors.
Yes.
I guess he reset to kind of like.
Oh, so there's a pity system too. Look at that. 100 summons will get you whatever you want. So tap on a driver, cart, or glider to learn about. Oh no, never mind. It's just to get the or just to get info on it. But the 100 thing. I mean, you could probably you could probably pick the pity. I imagine. Jesus Christ. What is... Oh, that's the glider. Okay. Oh, he got the star already.
Oh. Is it?
Oh no, it's not Dr. Mario.
It's a woman.
Yeah. You know what's funny? I did a 10 summon in Fate Go yesterday, and I got what's his face? Achilles. Or yeah, no, what's his face? The rider from. Is it Achilles? He has green hair.
Green hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Achilles.
Okay. Yeah. I got him spook. I got him in a spook. Cause I was trying to get Miyu 4-star.
Which one is Miyu?
Miyu is the one in like the purple like outfit or whatever.
Is that the one with the lightsaber?
No. That's Mysterious Heroine X Alter. Miyu, it's the girl on the right. The banner.
Oh, the one with the glasses?
No glasses.
You know what? Fuck it.
She's like a magical girl.
Oh.
Yeah.
Her?
Yes.
This one.
Yes.
Right?
Oh no, no, hit it. Don't hit it.
Lever right.
Yes. Just look at their phone. Look at your phone.
No. That was scary. I was like, is it this one? Oh. It's like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. You almost tensed someone by accident.
See, kids, that's a spook.
Yeah, that's a real spook. When you don't want to even summon and you summon. But yeah, I think he just got the cart. So does this pity?
Yeah,
wait a minute. Does this pity reset every time he gets any 5-star item from the banner? That's actually fucked up.
I don't know.
Because he got the cart. He got the cart from the banner. And look, let me see. Yeah, because this
unless he's pressing, well, there's a button that says reset. So unless he's pressing the reset button on purpose, like if you go back a bit.
Yeah. I kind of did catch that. So why does he reset the thing? Does he want the multiple carts? I guess to level up the cart, like constellations or whatever. Yeah, it says right here, this will reset the contents of the pipe, returning it to full. Reset the pipe. Yep, we're watching someone summoning right now on this podcast. This is
Well, you can watch me summon. Because I did, well, in Fate, I did want it, Mysterious Heroine, but I wanted her other one.
Oh, the altar. You want her altar one? Or you want her original Mysterious Heroine?
Her original.
Oh, okay.
When it was, I guess for me, the first time I tried the Saber Wars, it was...
Oh,
right?
I remember, yeah, because I tried to get her too. Oh, you got Dr. Mario here. Let's see what's how much after.
Or what is the animation? That's the question.
Oh god. Oh, there you go. All right.
Thank you for giving me your money.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's pretty much what he's saying to us. Thank you for giving me your money.
Money.
Don't give me more.
Yeah.
Give me more. You broke ass.
Yeah. Oh god.
I thought that was Krusty the Clown.
Yeah, that
A few
does.
seconds, like that, the laugh. I was like,
That does. Yeah. That does sound like. Yeah. Look at that, dude. Look at that. Although he's got like a bunch of coins and then just with the one Dr. Mario. And plus,
worth it.
oh no, I think that's because he already got the Koopa Kids like duplicates or something like that. So that's why he just got coins instead. Okay. I see what's happening. Yeah. Oh, look at that! Cause look at what you can do if you get duplicates, right? So you get the standard skill, right? But then you get the plus skill after you unlock what, level 4. So that means you have to get multiple what is it? Or maybe
Multiple.
multiple
Yeah,
copies.
it looks like it's like how Fate does with the MP skill.
Yeah, MP skill. Look at that, and then now he's still going for more because he wants that duplicate. So yeah, basically, I wonder how much like He so he has 604 by the time he got his first Dr. Mario. And how much did he have? Like 1,000 or something like that at the start?
Too much.
Too much. He had, let me see. What was the beginning of the video like? Oh, so he had 874. Okay. Oh wow, he got Dixie Kong in the Dr. Mario banner, I'm guessing. But I think he only got one Dr. Mario one, from what it looks like.
Was it worth it?
Yes.
I mean, it's basically like when you and I like pool, do our pools.
Yeah, like especially in Vegas.
And when you
man.
hear me like when you ask me like how much you spend, and then you just give like
What was the damage report?
yeah. And then I
Yeah.
tell you the amount and you just give me that disappointed look like
That's shaking my head, yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you used to do the same, sir.
Yeah. I did.
You learned.
I did.
I didn't.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I remember those days, man. I remember those days.
I remember those days with Keeters. Holy crap. Those are scary days. Scary dark days. I'm gonna pool. It's like, stop.
Yeah.
Let me check my bank. Stop.
He got like a bunch of Mordreds at the time. That's why he was like the Mordred guy.
Yeah, that's why he was trying to like roll on that streak, but we're like,
Yeah.
stop.
So yeah.
we will cut off your hand.
So
Stop.
apparently, yes, that's gonna be removed from our Kart tour. Simply put. So we'll have to see what's gonna get replaced and what they're gonna do next, and really what's gonna happen with Gacha in general. Like, I wonder if it will be the point where even Genshin Impact will be like, yeah, we probably have to abandon that too. And the bigger question, literally the $1 million question, is how they're gonna go about it. Then, like, are they gonna do a battle pass and include the character in there, or include that character, but if you want to get more constellations, you have to do the battle pass or something like that, and then spend maybe like a lot of time to get all the other stuff, or just straight up pay money, That's how it's gonna go if you want to skip through the levels in the battle pass at that point. Because that's pretty much like what's the thing nowadays with the first person shooters is just battle passes. That's how it's gonna go. Or maybe they'll find a loophole where it's like, oh, but the loot box stuff now is just cosmetic only. It's not free to play or not pay to win. They're not gonna get any more powerful. It's just all cosmetic. So that's probably gonna be their loophole at that point, as long as it doesn't include anything related to the gameplay side of things, like the weapons, the characters, and stuff like that. I think that's how far it's gonna go, or that's the farthest that they can go at that point, if the whole Gacha ban is gonna happen. Do you have any additional comments before we gonna move on? Okay, are we good?
Pretty much. Like, good luck.
Yeah. I'm definitely curious as to how far this whole thing is gonna go. Are we really gonna say goodbye to Gacha? Or is the game gonna be able to say Gacha in another way? Will there be a new mechanic, on the horizon? I don't know. We'll have to see. Okay, so meanwhile, we have a new Pokemon introduced, and oops, not here. We have a new Pokemon introduced. Yep. We have a new Pokemon introduced right here. Let's just let the video play itself. Alright. Not a whole lot happening, but we get the gist of it. Basically, it's a normal and poison type, or poison normal. And pretty much is, well, first off, the name is Grafaiai, I think. So graffiti and I think that's the two combination of the words. Yeah, it kind of looks like a gremlin. Yeah, like somebody, or oh no, this is from Bobopedia or Bobo Garden. Commenting additional comment with the thread here saying that it kind of does look like someone from Gremlins. Pretty funny.
I think it's actually supposed to be. I forgot what kind of not primate, but I think it belongs to one of the lemur families.
Yeah, like a lemur. Yeah, it does look like a lemur type of
but it's
monkey
a specific,
slash ape.
It's a specific. It's a specific like part. I think it's from the lemur family that does have a long finger.
Finger too, yeah, picking into the certain things. Yeah, like a tree trunk or something.
Yeah, long finger lemur. Oh, found it.
Nice.
It's the II.
Oh, so it is called the II. Okay. We are.
I was like,
we are smart.
Oh, that's the Discovery Channel. It's like I saw you
Yeah.
on the Discovery Channel before.
Do you have a link or whatever? I just want to take a look at the image. I don't think we
No,
can.
just type in II.
Oh, okay. Hold on here.
AYE. Oh, okay, it's I.
AY. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
II.
Ah, there you go. Yep.
See,
Kind of
like-
see.
Because I was like, wait. I know there's a animal that does that. That has like a long finger and it goes into like termite hills and like.
Yeah. There
There
you go.
there it is. There's the long fingers.
You can kind of see the long fingers. Yeah. Let's see. The world's largest nocturnal primate, characterized by its unusual method to finding food. It taps on trees to find grubs and then gnaws holes in the wood using its forward slanting incisors to create a small hole into which it inserts its narrow middle finger to pull out the grubs. This foraging method is called percussive foraging. It takes up 50%, or no, it takes up 5 to 41% of foraging time, I guess. The only other animal species known to find its food in this way is the striped possum. Oh, okay. I see. And they live. Oh wow, they're actually endangered. I think they live on the Madagascar island. I think that's oh yeah, native to Madagascar. There you go. So, all right. That's a bit of a good reminder on the II.
Yeah, because I think because it only has like 3 fingers. Yeah, it's the middle.
The middle. Oh, all right. I like that.
I swear, if this thing has like a animation, like a like an idle animation, and it just flips us.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I like this one.
Yeah.
Protect this one.
I'm pretty sure the fan artists are gonna do that. Like, oh, like yeah. Yeah. All the paint stuff.
It's like who taught you this? They point.
Yeah. It really does look like a gremlin though, like from the ears and like the eye. Like it's like if a gremlin tried to be like Spider-Gwen is what I'm painting a picture here in my head. if a gremlin tried to look like Spider-Gwen is what I'm imagining right now. I'll give it a like. Oh yeah, pretty cool that they are representing like the animals and stuff like that. That's kind of cool. More animals, man. Pretty sweet. This one is Hogwarts related news, Hogwarts Legacy. This is regarding to the collection or collector's edition. This features some sort of like like a life-size book and a wand, or with a bookcase, excuse me. The wand, I believe, is like the main attraction here for this physical edition of this collection. And when it comes to the digital stuff, you get a Dark Arts cosmetic set, a Thestral mount, and Dark Arts Battle Arena. And then you get a steel case and the box for it, plus the Kelpie robe, 72 hours early access, and Dark Arts Garrison hat. And this game is still coming out February of next year, 2023. The problem, I think, what's happening is that it's already sold out and it's being sold for like over $300 on like eBay and shit like that. So, are you familiar with this sort of situation, or is this new to you? Or are you not surprised?
I'm not surprised, and at this point in time, I'm like, I don't care.
Right.
Am I gonna play the game? Probably not. Is boyfriend gonna play the game? Probably yes. Am I gonna have to buy this collector's edition for him? Probably.
Who says you have to? Well, maybe
Because he's gonna be like this. I love you, and it's like he's like that tall tale size, like what? Like it's like what? Seriously, what? What do you want? This.
Well, that's gonna be his late Christmas present, right? That's pretty much what it is.
It's that, and it's more like just because I have a credit card now doesn't mean that you get to use me.
Right.
And kids, if you're getting a credit card, don't go crazy, please.
Of course.
Buy something small to start, like
Yeah, of course.
gas or
I know, right?
or food. Don't be like an idiot like me. And the first purchase was this $500 thing. I love you. I'm sorry, I call you a thief. Collect item.
I mean, you get cashback, right? Do you have like rewards points or like cashback on that card? Does it come with
Not
that?
yet. I'm like, it's from my bank, so this is
Okay.
the first tier.
Oh.
And they said when I get to a certain credit score, then I get to upgrade to the
I
second tier,
see.
where
Okay. I see.
because they called this card, it's another name, but they called it like for what's that word? Layman's term. They said that this is the entry
level.
like test the water.
Mhm.
Test the water card. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, that is a
Can I help you? You just strolled into this room.
the
Let's
pets,
see.
the life
You're
of
just
having a pet. So yeah, that's the situation with Hogwarts Legacy Collection or whatever, Collector's Edition. It's already sold out from pre-order, and people are selling the pre-orders on eBay, just like a lot of things, unfortunately. But that is the situation of it. I wonder what the MSRP on it, though, on this thing.
$1.
Add 2 zeros on that one.
$2.
$2. Oh, there's a random seal on here for some reason, but all right.
Seal of approval.
Yeah. God damn it.
So about
Wait,
them One Piece.
Wait, is it actually $300 at MSRP? Hold on. I thought that was the eBay scalping price. Hold on, Hog.
The Ivy.
Hogwarts Legacy. Let me see. Collector's Edition. Let's go on the official website. Let's pick this one. PlayStation 5. GameStop. Oh! Wow, that's... What? That's the actual price is $300. Oh, I got that mixed up then. I thought that was gonna be like 120 bucks, but no way. Okay, now this is a story itself. Holy shit. Okay, so I can imagine people selling this for like $500 instead. Good God. Do you feel this is $300? I don't feel like this is $300. Maybe like $200 at the maximum, but like $300 right off the bat like that. And all you get is just the case, the wand with the bookcase as... Oh, it's a base. It's a book base, okay. With the floating wand. Wait, so how is it floating? Is it like magnets or is it like an actual stand for it? I want to see the actual product, because remember what happened? I hate to remind you this, but remember what happened with the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite collectors thing?
Maybe.
You had the eggs instead of the Infinity Stones. The Infinity eggs.
Yep, and they try to pass it off. And it's like you're just staring at them like, come here, Capcom. I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna break your neck. Come here.
Like, I wonder if it's actually floating with the like magnets, or they have like that dumb looking stand. Like, it's clear, but it's like, you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't look like it's floating at that point. It's just like it's giving the illusion that it's floating, but it's, you know, like, you know what I'm talking about? Like they do that with like some anime figures where they put like the clear like stand to make it look like it's floating or whatever.
Yeah.
Like a clear like thing. Yeah. They did the same thing kind of with amiibos kind of. But yeah. But even then, like, I mean, I guess maybe the magnets why it's $300. I don't know. I want to see the final product when people actually get it in their mail. Like, I hope it's not the same situation with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. That shit is although the figures were okay, I'm sure, but like the Infinity Stones were yeah. Not the end product, let's just put it that way. But that itself being $300 is damn. That's all I can say. Alright, well, if we don't have any additional comments, we'll leave it at that. I think we're good. Meanwhile, this one's for like the niche JRPG fans from a long time ago. So Wild Arms and Shadow Hearts creators are launching a double Kickstarter campaign for spiritual successors, Arm Fantasia and Penny Blood. You know, for those who love Wild Arms, I believe that was a JRPG back on the PlayStation 1. And we haven't seen anything on Wild Arms for a very long time, not even since like what, PS2 or whatever. I don't.
Yeah, the PS2 era.
Yeah, the PS2 era. So Shadow Hearts is a little less of a known or familiar thing to me, but Wild Arms for sure was something I always hear within JRPG stuff back in the day. Like, I always heard that name whenever people bring up like PlayStation games. funny enough. I never got to try it because I never had a PlayStation, but it always like kind of stuck with my head, and you know, it's just one of those things. Like I'm glad to see something, kind of like carrying on the spirit, hopefully, of Wild Arms and also I guess Shadow Hearts. But from the screenshots, it looks cool. Like I like the cell shading stuff, and then this Penny Blood looks interesting of that itself. It's like a completely different style, of course, but still cell shading at the end of it. There's no trailer for it, I don't think, for right now. Let me see. The mutual funding goal is 750,000, and it will be on the PC, I think, and then they'll port it over to the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series stuff, and then the Switch. And of course, they have like different like tiers and rewards and stuff like that, depending on how much you want to put into the game. Yeah, it's just a giant campaign right now. Well, let me see. Right, so a bunch of screenshots for right now. Oh, the backgrounds look really cool though. This is just the background art, concept art. Concepts for characters. Looks pretty cool. And you have enemies right here as well. You have the weapons, the arms, right? Some screenshots over here. I guess there really is no trailer, but there are screenshots. So this looks like a turn-based JRPG, just from looking at the turn window. And there's
Good Weather is his cousin Bad Weather.
so dumb. God damn it. That's the main character's name. Yes, his name is Good Weather.
Oh, what was that? It's a Steam Pop, David. Good.
What's up?
Your stuff said Steam Pause, and I was like, wait, what?
Oh,
What do you mean?
is it? Oh yeah, I think it's because I like clicked off for a moment or something like that. I'm not too sure
Ah.
what happened there. Anyway, there's Penny Blood stuff. Go through the concepts and stuff like that. Are you familiar with Shadow Hearts at all, or not really?
Not really.
Yeah, that one seems to be way more niche than Wild Arms, and Wild Arms is pretty niche already.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a interesting. I like the prosthetic stuff. That looks cool. Like kind of steampunkish. Yeah, it's like pretty steampunkish. All the enemies look pretty cool too. Whoa, look at that one. Yeesh. There's the screenshots right there.
Never see it coming.
Yeah, it kind of does look like Persona a little bit. Just like the angle wise, not so much the actual game itself.
Oh, but so you hear?
But
Looking cool, Joker.
Yeah.
What?
The numbers though, let me look at the damage counter. Let me see. Let me go back to okay, never mind. They look kind of similar. I mean, like maybe vaguely similar, but kinda. Okay, anyway. Yeah. Oh, it's right here. Okay, what the fuck? It's like all the way on the bottom. All right, make me scroll through all the way to the fucking bottom here. Oh, it looks pretty good though. Let me see. Let me rewind that. Oh, nice. Very, very brief, but all right. I kind of like how it's looking like. Yeah, I like the cell shading graphics. It looks pretty cool actually. ARM Fantasia is what it's called, for those who are wondering. And then the other game is called let me go scroll. Oh no, it's Penny Blood. Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, Penny Blood. But they don't have, I guess they don't have a video for Penny Blood just yet. I think it's still, that one's still in concept. But I don't know. What do you think so far? I if I were to pick either of the two, I would pick ARM Fantasia just based off of what we have visually. But
like the Penny Blood, just from that shot alone, like it almost looks like. I mean, from what we saw, the concept it is horror-esque, but
yeah,
it looks like something like what Silent Hillish.
kind of Silent Hill, yeah. It's like if Silent Hill and I hate to say it, but JoJo had a baby, and there you go. Because if you look at if you kind of look like the style, like even the eyes kind of remind me of JoJo a little bit, and then the harsh like line a little bit, like how they use the lines for like harsh shadows, or like just like facial feature for certain like facial features. The line, like those lines, are kind of reminding me of those sort of vibes, you know, a little bit. That's how I see it. And then ARM Fantasia is like more of like you're I don't want to say typical, but like, you know, like it's pretty common of a look with like modern anime nowadays. In fact, I think it kind of a little bit reminds me of what it's like a combination of Trigun's new anime coming up, and then like your modern like JRPG type of thing, you know, that type of style. Which I say it's a little more universal, but I don't know. Maybe Penny Blood may come out to be the quote unquote like better game, but we'll see. But interesting, yeah, interesting and cool to see that you have like old school like JRPG makers kind of come back to make a new game, and hopefully it goes well, because you know we've had a situation with you know I think it was Kenji Inafune or Keiji Inafune from Mega Man, and he launched Mighty Number 9, and we know how that had turned out. If you remember that one, which was yeah, the explosions look like pizza, man. This was it looked like a pizza texture or something. Oh man, put it that way. But yeah, hopefully it turns out well. I may consider ARM Fantasia. It looks pretty cool from the little bit of footage we were able to see. I want to look up Shadow Heart real quick to see if I can even like recognize the visuals. Shadow Hearts. Here we go. Series. Oh wow, that looks super old. Like, okay, this looks like it only was on the PlayStation 2. Look at the cover right here. Like, damn, look at that cover, man. Look at that cover. That's a JRPG from the PlayStation 2 era kind of cover. there's the same thing, or is it like going on here? Is it like a spin-off, or I'm not too sure. But yeah, same concept pretty much. A dude carrying a chick. There's Covenant with a female protagonist, it looks like. And those are the graphics from back in the day. Holy crap. Oh, this is called oh, it's Shadow Hearts 2 in Japan, and then they called it Covenant for some reason. Oh, they're doing that. They're doing the classic Japan to Western releases where they changed up the name for some fucking reason.
Beautiful.
Yep. Oh, I don't know why the screen sharing's like freaking out, but how is it on your end? Is it, can you see it right now?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like I recognize the box art, you know, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Huh. But Wild Arms is more of what I can recognize. But let's look up Wild Arms for
Royal Arms.
Royal Arms. Yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Yep, I can instantly recognize this character right here. Classic anime design right here. The headband, the hair, the eyes. Like, look at this gameplay. Look at that gameplay right here. This is on the PlayStation. Like, goddamn. Classic. I like the classic JRPG stuff. Or just looking at it at least. It's just nostalgic. Well, I wonder when was the like very recent one. There's 5 right here.
Wild Arms.
Wild Arms 5. That's on PlayStation 2. Yeah, I guess it was mostly on PlayStation 2. It seems like. But I don't see too much of a resemblance with Arm Fantasia and this one. I guess they wanted to go for like a more of a futuristic one. This one's like more like Western, like a cowboy, like cowboy type of vibes. That one's 4, I guess.
You can see the shift in like cover arts.
For sure, yeah, the art style for sure.
Like
Even
Wild
this one.
Arms 4 looks like a well the other one, the first one you showed looked like a like a visual novel, like
Hey, yeah. It's very different
like
looking.
a romance visual novel.
It does, yeah.
Like which one of these 4 is gonna die and which one are you gonna marry?
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see. 2? That's 2? Huh. Very interesting cover. If that's really the cover. I don't remember that one for sure, but
2 looks like you know those anime movies that's all about war, which
yeah.
anime isn't.
Yeah.
Isn't that?
Yeah, looks like that's the art for it. Or that's the cover art. Yeah, this is the physical case for it. Damn. That's what the back looks like. Let's go for 3. 3 looks like it was much more oh, look at that. A little more thought put into it, you know.
Yeah, that's the one that I remember, number 3.
Oh, is it?
'Cause
Okay.
That's what I played.
Uh-huh. Let me see if I can find a better shot, but there seems a lot of like art styles for it because hold on. This one seems to be like a shift between 90s art style and then like the 2000s style. right? Like it kind of makes sense because I think by this time it's like 2000, right? 2000s type of JRPG. That one's a fan art because that's from DeviantArt. Yeah, this one's like one of the official ones for sure. Yeah, that one still has like a classic look to it, but you can kind of tell it's like starting to shift towards the 2000s style ish. Let's see 4. Yeah, see yeah, and then that's the romance, you know, that sort of style to it. The romance anime sort of style to it. It also kind of reminds me more of like Fantasy Star Online for some reason. Like it might be like the blue background and like the sword and like how the weapons are designed. No, hold on, let me see. I want to do like a comparison right now. I'm gonna get myself lost in this nostalgia here. That's Genesis, so we don't count that. Hold on. Oops.
I do like
Oops.
with like some box art, whether it be for video games, movies, or novels,
Yeah.
how they can just like reinvent like how to make a number.
Mm-hmm.
Like the number 4 was like cut up in pieces.
Oh yeah. I see what you're saying.
And like those are like those little like
Oh yeah. Like,
graphical stuff. I it's like, oh, I like this.
yeah. The little things you do appreciate when it comes to like designing a logo or like be a little creative in that sort of department, even though at the end of the day it's just a number, right? You know. Where is that cover? I'm thinking of. For Fantasy Star. Is it the first one I'm thinking of? Hold on. Oops. Oh, I'm on my mini keyboard. That's why. It might be that one. Oh yeah, this is the GameCube one. Oh man, I remember that one, man. Jesus, this is the Japanese one, I think. So, I think a little bit. I think it's the logo more than anything that's reminding me of like the blue background. It's like triggering that color like memory or something, you know. But yeah, the RPG stuff, man. Like a whole nother like beast when it comes to like art and stuff like that. Let's take a look at 5 just to, I guess, wrap it up in this part here. Like goddamn, it kind of goes back a little bit, but at the same time, it is that 2000s style for sure. You kind of see it with that like character design here and art style for sure. Like this is definitely now like a good in between for sure of the modern style at the time versus, you know, the classic art style at the time. Oh, you can see it through Creative Uncut. A good what a reference here. See like a bunch of Wild Arms stuff, but anyway, yeah, you can definitely see like the protagonist and stuff like that. Pretty neat. Anyway, we got this guy.
Name's Jesse McCrew. I mean Cassidy.
Oh yeah,
I don't
Cole
know who
Cassidy.
I am
Jesse McCassidy.
Yeah.
Cole the Kid. I don't know. Chuck Preston. Oh damn, look at this guy. There's always something about like JRPG characters back in the day with like big fucking gloves and big fucking shoes. I don't know what it is. Besides, Sora, but that kind of like, I don't know, takes me back, I guess it's a part of like the development too, where you can kind of see like the characters like easily, where you can, because same with like Street Fighter, right? They purposely make the hands big and the feet big, so that way you can see their like attacks.
Yeah.
Same with these JRPG characters, you can see their moves better. At least for the most part. Yeah, they always put like an emphasis on like the boots, the gloves. They're always wearing some sort of like some form of boots and gloves. and if the hands aren't big, look at his
the cuffs.
The cuffs, yeah, huge cuffs on top of the boots.
What does the boots have the fur?
The boots have the fur. Not this guy. Not this guy. Oh, but does she have the? Oh no, I thought she had fur on the boots. For a second there.
No, she doesn't have that.
But look at the cuff. Look at the cuff on the boot. Though, holy shit, on his boot. Jesus Christ. Big cuffs on this guy too.
Yeah, everything's big in Texas.
Look at this guy. The one ninja dude in the cowboy game, right?
Somehow, some way.
Yeah, cowboys versus ninjas, I guess. Yep, again with the big gloves. Emphasis on the boots. Oh, he's wearing heels. Look at that. Yep. Yeah, the waifus, right? Even they knew what they're doing back in the day with the girls. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Oh, there's the antagonist. Oh, that's sick. That's pretty cool. I like that. I have the villains, of course. All right. Well, anyway, before I get lost in this art, let's go on.
He's an artiste, everyone.
Yeah, I can't help it. Very visual dude. I always like my visuals. All right. Anyway, where are we at right now? 2.5. I figured because I was looking through the art. Anyway, I wanted to show this real quick. This was the line. Yeah, this was the line for the Sonic Frontiers demo that was at Gamescom in Germany. That's pretty crazy, all things considered. Like, it was a big attraction, it seems like, when it came to game demos. Okay, it like wrapped around like the entire like booth, it seemed like, or like little yeah, their booth space. Although it is a little scary because not. It seems like there are more people not masked in Germany than there are. There are some masked people. There's a Deadpool cosplayer. But yeah, there's like mostly people not masking. A little like it would have me kind of a bit of a be concerned, but I don't know, it is what it is, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like kind of over this sort of stuff because it's like you wait for a line. I'm like you wait for in this sort of line for 4 hours just to play like 10 minutes at the most of a demo, or sometimes even like 5 minutes,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I'm just kind of over it when it comes to that point. Even if there wasn't a pandemic or anything like that, that's just how I am nowadays. But But anyway, just wanted to show that, just to show how much of people want. Yeah, you can even see like there's, you know, beyond the tape or whatever, like there's people wrapping around the tape or whatever you want to call it, the rope or whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. So it's like a line, and then it, like it even goes far beyond that. Crazy. Well, anyway, just wanted to show that, just how much of a demand there is, not demand, but like a hype there is around Sonic Frontiers. Real quick here, a quick bit of news. Quantum Dream did get acquired by NetEase. NetEase is the giant sort of Chinese gaming company, sort of big umbrella company that has like a bunch of other studios, including Mr. Nagoshi's studio, which we did talk about last time, with him wanting to make some sort of like Tarantino-inspired sort of game-ish. And Quantum Dream, for those who don't know or who have forgotten about that company, it's the company with David Cage, and David Cage is known for making like those what do you call those, interactive novel type of games, like Detroit Become Human, Beyond Two Souls, and also Heavy Rain, for example. Those sort of story games. Purchase price is not disclosed, or was not disclosed. The deal is a follow-up to a minority investment that NetEase made in Quantum Dream in 2019. Okay, wow, so this is right before the pandemic. Quantum Dream, led by David Cage, and I can't pronounce that name. That is quite the name here. But it's a Guillaume de Fonda Mire or something like that. It's very, yeah, not your typical name for sure. But anyway, will become.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah. Will become NetEase Games' first studio in Europe, representing an important step in fulfilling NetEase's vision to go global and high-end. Quantum Dream has more than 250 people working for it. Yeah, I guess Cage is still part of the company, considering what happened a couple of years back. And yes, they are developing. Yes, that's right. They are currently developing the Star Wars Eclipse game at the moment. So we'll see how much of a what do you call? I think it'll pretty much be the same game like Detroit, for example, right? Like the, you know, you just kind of point and click the choices, blah blah blah, you know, that type of game. Let me see. Oh, okay, here we go. Studio received criticism in its past about the company culture and its approach toward toxicity. As if the studio is more diverse now, Cage said, "Our studio is and has been diverse since its first day 25 years ago, a long time before this notion took the importance it finally and rightly has today. People of all genders and ethnicities and origins always played a major role in the history of our studio, women in particular, from our first producer 25 years ago to our production director today. Right now, more than 50% of our managers are women. They are present at all levels and in all departments. They are also more than present in programming, blah blah blah." Okay. Oh, there we go. Asked if the litigation reality to allegations of a toxicity and treatment of employees has been resolved. The employee and LGBTQIA plus representatives of Quantum Dream have denied multiple times these allegations, and we answered all questions pertaining to these links in the past through interviews and formal waypoints. Okay, so it looks like it's been resolved, I guess. Our team is exceptionally talented and benevolent, the very reasons why people come and stay working at Quantum Dream for many years. We are very proud of the culture we created over the years, and it is a privilege for David and I to be a part of this team. Okay. Alright, well, looks like those allegations and stuff like that has been out the window then, or resolved at some point. I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, it looks like they're just moving on from then, and people aren't really talking about it, so I guess, yeah. Been a little quiet on that side of things. So, any particular comment or not really? Are you good?
No.
Okay.
We good.
We good? Okay. Good.
We the good cheese.
Alright, last stretch here. Final stretch. This is now the anime, streaming, and all that stuff news. Disney is exploring a membership program similar to Amazon Prime. This program could offer discounts and special perks for theme parks and merchandise, as well as having Disney Plus included.
Why though?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do people really like Disney that much? To the point where they want to like.
They are the very eccentric. I don't know. I can't say that word, but you know, it's the one that really love Disney. Like they.
Oh, Disney centric. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Yes.
See, kids, I can't speak correctly, but this man here.
That's what we're here for, man. Just helping each other out. Anyway, but sorry, you wanted was there anything you wanted to say? Like,
well, it's more on the line like, what are they gonna offer with this Disney Prime? Let's just call it.
Yeah, Disney Prime. Yeah. Well, I wonder if there's any information on that, because otherwise, let me see. Disney already has a special program for superfans, which costs $100 to $129 a year, or $129.99 a year, and comes with access to exclusive events and merchandise. That program offered members a discounted 3-year subscription to Disney Plus in 2019. A new membership program would be different in that would be targeted at a more casual Disney fan and customers. Disney fans and customers. It doesn't really detail like what exactly has in this new program they're speaking of.
But at the moment, it's just saying that we're thinking about it, right?
I think so. Exploring is what exploring is the keyword that the discussing film has put here. And the headline it says explores. So yeah, this is from Wall Street Journal, by the way. So yeah, official stuff, I guess. Trying to like come up with a program of sorts to match like or be similar to that of Amazon Prime, because that's what a lot of people have is Amazon Prime, and that comes with like 2-day shipping. It comes with streaming, and it comes with like a lot of things for like what $120 a year or something like that, I believe, or even $130 a year, I think at that. Not only that, you get music, you get a bunch of little things, but I think it's like most stuff that we don't use. But the Amazon Prime Video is pretty nice. The 2-day shipping, of course, that's what we're really mainly paying for. It's like kind of like Costco, you know, like you pay that membership and then you just get the discounts and stuff like that. You get the bulk, you know, those that type of stuff at a pretty tempting price. Let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
You also get like electronics and all that stuff at a discount of sorts, because this is supposed to be at a warehouse, so you get a discount. That's the appeal of it. But yeah, here in this case, you know, it looks like they're trying to like make it all convenient. So if you want to go, if you love going to the park, if you love their merchandise, if you love Disney Plus, they're trying to like put it all into a package, you know, for people to spend their money on.
Yeah.
Essentially what it
again,
is.
Like what can they put into this Disney Prime that will make people like, I wanna be have a membership, you know?
Yeah. Like if this offers some sort of like fast pass for Disney's amusement parks, then that could be like something more appealing too, right? Like it gives them like that access to stuff, you know, make them feel like they're exclusive members of something like that. Although I feel like, do you know if they even have any fast pass anymore? Because I think we did talk about
Pass turned into the Genie Plus, but it's like a pay. Like there's an option for the Fast Pass in this Disney Genie Plus thing, or you buy your spot. You know.
Mm-hmm. Right. You buy your spot. That's what it is. Okay. I see.
But again, like there are those Disney parks goers that will just go like, I'm gonna use this app, but you know, I want to ride the ride now, so buy.
Right. I wonder at this point, a lot of these amusement parks are just gonna have appointments instead of like the fast pass. Like, all right, I'm gonna ride this at this time. I'm gonna ride it at this time. I'm gonna ride this because that's how it kind of worked with like conventions with what is it what was that? There was that PlayStation one. I forget what it was called. It was like the PlayStation.
I mean, that's what it is right now. Like you reserve your time.
Yeah, because from what I can understand, like they're still limited. They're still limiting like the amount of people per day, right? So they have a cap on it because not only for like COVID, but for like, you know, just I guess management reasons, you know, because they can only handle so many people or so much people, right? That's what I imagine why that's the reasoning. But anyway, yeah. So you reserve your time for, or reserve your appointment, or yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Your appointment, your spot for that day, and it's like, all right, well, you know, but then even within that, it's like now you have to reserve your spot for the rides, for each of the rides. You know, that's how it kind of was with the PlayStation convention. God damn it, it was called. It was I'm gonna look this up real quick. It's gonna bother me, but what was it called? PlayStation Advance. Not State of Play. PlayStation Experience, I think it was. PSX, that's what it was. PSX was I think the very last one was starting to do that. Like it was like most of the booths you were required to have an appointment. So I couldn't even like play most of the games because they required you to have an appointment. And I didn't even know that. I was like, what the fuck? And yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I know it was pretty much there because we wanted to go watch Capcom Cup. That was our main reason. That was funny because of how that worked, because you know Sony did put money into Street Fighter 5, so they had the exclusivity of having Capcom Cup in their convention center, or their convention. It's pretty so odd of how that worked, but it happened. Anyway, that's what it seems like to me with this whole new thing with Disney. Just appointments. This is what it is, just appointments. At least for right now. That may be the future, honestly, though. So that way you don't have to like just deal with a lot of lines and shit and crowds. I don't think people want to go through that anymore. I don't know. We'll see. But what do you think of this one? Like the Spider-Man No Way Home, but like, coming back to theaters, but like with more footage. So it's like the what what do you call it? When video games come out with like the plus edition or something like that, and then it comes with like extra content and shit like that. You know, that's like it's like a remaster slash reboot, or you know those HD remasters with like extra little footage or extra little like goods that come with it. You know, what do you make of this?
Okay. Like it's to the point. Like I understand. Like, oh yeah, here's some extra scenes, but as a business like standpoint, what?
It's a cash grab.
Why? Yeah, it's pretty much a cash grab. It's kind of like, isn't it already on the Blu-ray of the movie? Like these extra scenes?
That's the thing. They purposely left out deleted scenes, and I guess like maybe, well, I don't know if they left like the the outtakes and whatever, but like the deleted scenes were actually not there in the Blu-rays because this, pretty much. So they have like the extra scenes and stuff like that. What if it was just like most of the 11 minutes? It's just like, MJ grabs a cup of coffee for this many minutes. Fucking Green Goblin or Norman is just like eating more donuts or something like that. Like, I'd be so mad. I know.
Am I gonna see it now?
No, definitely not. I imagine.
Do I acknowledge its existence? Yes.
Well, I mean, don't you feel like, okay, so like, do you feel if let's say like Thor: Love and Thunder, when it came out, and then they come out with like, oh, the Mega Love and Thunder edition, like it's got like 11 minutes, at that point, if it starts to become a trend, it's like, do you feel like, do you want to go to the theater the very first time it comes out? Or do you want to wait for the plus edition or whatever, the enhanced version? What if it starts to become a trend? Okay, then you're still gonna see it the first time? The very first like theatrical release.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna still watch the first time and then just go like, okay.
Right. So do you? I mean, I don't know. Like, do you feel like you want to see because that would mean, right, for the complete edition, let's just call it that, the complete edition or the extra edition is going to take even a way longer time for it to come out on Blu-ray and digital release and like all that stuff. So it's like, at that point, it's just like, I don't know, man. That this one is, to me, is more annoying than anything, right? Because I don't buy anything physical nowadays too much, right? It's just for like very certain movies, But for like things like this, if I was a Marvel fan who wants to collect all the Blu-rays and stuff like that, I'd be fucking annoyed, honestly. Because like, you have to wait for the original like theatrical release, and then the Blu-ray, of course. And then there comes this edition, like the plus edition or whatever you want to call it. And then you have to get the Blu-ray of that plus edition or whatever. It's like, then it starts to become like, oh my god, now they really start to like really milk it as much as they can. So I don't know. I feel like this is kind of dumb, kind of annoying if you ask me. Am I still gonna make my way to the theaters right now or in the future? No, not really. But like, I don't know. If I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, like as someone who would want to see these movies, whether it's in theaters and Blu-ray or on Blu-ray or whatever. It's like, you're really gonna do this? You know what I mean? I don't know. Am I just gonna stick with the first edition or the very first release and call it a day? I'm probably gonna do that, honestly. I don't really care about the extra footage. if anything, someone's gonna upload it on wherever, and if I catch it, I'll catch it, you know. But as someone who would like to collect everything, right? This would be fucking annoying, honestly. That's my 2 piece on it. But if they start to do this for like every fucking movie, especially if it's like a Tarantino movie, no, like no, I'm not gonna, no. You know what I mean? Like this, no, that's you're crossing the line now. That's fucking annoying. Then it starts to gonna get on my nerves, you know. Because someday, like, I would like to go back to watching it in theaters, right? Like if everything kind of settles down, but like. Then it starts to be like, well, do I want to catch this or wait for the plus edition? But then I kind of get the FOMO of, you know what I mean? Like people are gonna like spoil the movie and then all blah 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 blah, and then but then there's this movie or this edition of the movie where it's like, oh, the extra scenes might contain some important thing, you know. Might be super mega canon or something like that, or the lore and shit like that. I don't know. It is possible, I guess, for like some movies. But the trend of like, oh, you have the standard edition and then the plus edition release. It's like, really, god damn it. So what you're telling me is just like, this is just like, oh, just, you know, to tickle your palate or whatever, to kind of like, you know what I mean, and then here comes the complete experience, right? The actual experience. This is kind of like, it's kind of like that thing with like video games, you know. They're treating it like it's a video game now, where they're just like milking this like movie or whatever it is, even more than ever. And now it's like, oh, you got this like the remake edition, this remix edition with like additional content, you know, that sort of thing. I don't know. But luckily right now it's just Marvel movies, which for the most part I don't care like too much at the end of the day. But if this is gonna happen for like every fucking movie, like I said, no way. I'm not all for it. What about you?
Nope, not gonna even bother. Any movie that does this, if it becomes, as you said, a trend, I'm just gonna watch the first cut.
And just,
and that's it.
Then that's it. Beyond, go
and
on.
And then if the extended cut, whatever comes up, I'll be like, hey, when is it on Blu-ray? Or www.fronthub.com. Search bar.
Yeah.
And hey, that's how some of us watch the Broly movie. Just say.
I remember hearing that because that one YouTuber got a big fucking like copyright takedown situation, right, with Toei. I think we talked about that, and it's like so stupid because Toei didn't, you know, go after the actual channels that were doing the copyright infringement. You know what I mean? Just re-uploading the same the actual Brawling movie on YouTube and the P Hub. Put it that way. Yeah, that is also like kind of like that situation with CoryxKenshin and Jidion and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Similar, very similar situation.
Yeah.
Mismanagement. Quick bit of news right here involving Godzilla and Kong. They will be teaming up to fight a colossal undiscovered threat hidden within our world. That's the quote. This sequel releases March 15 of 2024.
Hidden threat within our world.
Man. Man? Oh, you mean mankind?
He's like, wait, we're not hidden. Yes, we are.
The new epic new film will delve further into the histories of these titans and their origins and the mysteries of Skull Island and beyond. while uncovering the mythic battle that helped forge these extraordinary beings and tie them to humankind forever. So it looks like they're actually going to show like the the war between Kong's ancestors and even Godzilla's ancestors. It looks like they were kind of like hinting at that, and Godzilla versus Kong, kinda. So hopefully, we get to see that. That'd be really cool. Without if you don't have any further comments, we can go through the rest of this stuff. Let's see. Right, Resident Evil on Netflix has been canceled. Oh no. Have you watched?
Oh no. Anyways.
Yeah. Have you watched the Resident Evil stuff on Netflix or not really?
Kind of, but not really.
I've just heard from like reviews and stuff like that from people. Like some of them said it was okay. Some of them had mixed feelings. Yeah.
And then some are just review bombing the hell of it. And
yeah.
It's like, bruh.
Yeah.
That's why I can't take reviews on the reviews of any kind seriously. That's like you just. But I don't know. From some people, they seem that yes, the writing is whack.
Yeah.
Others are actually praising the CGI in there, and I'm like, well, okay, so there is that glimmer of like light, like, oh wow, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And then you open up the whole like window, going like, oh.
Oh shit, my phone's like way over there. Anyway, sorry. But it does suck for Lance Reddick because from what I've been hearing, like for most reviews, he was the best part of that whole series. Like he was entertaining and he's a great actor and all that. It's a shame of how it was executed. I really think the problem overall is just that they've just borrowed too much from Resident Evil and tried to like, you know what I mean? Like, we have a black actor playing Wesker instead of having Lance Reddick be an original character, for example, be original Resident Evil character for Lance Reddick, to help fit him like a glove, really. Instead, they just took a already popular and established character and just slapped it onto someone like Lance Reddick. I think it's some of those problems. Not to mention the high school stuff, the school thing, that school element stuff, the writing, the execution of a lot of things, just the overall quality, I guess, the overall result. Just people didn't like it overall. That's why Netflix canceled it at the end of it. Not enough people liked it. Same with Cowboy Bebop. Similar situation, kind of, more ways than one, I feel. And I'm sure, Lance Reddick he pretty much like put his hard work to it, and yeah, I mean, it kind of shows seeing how many people liked it, his part, even though he was Wesker, but people still liked him. Although I did see him with the Wesker outfit, right? So he even had like the flat top and like the trench, the coat and everything, and a lot of people compared him to Blade. That's what he looked like. So I don't know, just a lot of those little things that add up to it's one season run essentially. At the end of it, I didn't watch it. I'm not caring to watch it, but for the people who are fans of Resident Evil, yeah, I feel you, because Sonic went through that sort of phase. Hopefully with Frontiers that would break the mold almost, but like, I feel you. Anyway, next news. Warner Brothers Discovery has only enough money to release 2 movies the rest of the year. One is Black Adam, of course, and one called Don't Worry, Darling. I'm not sure about that one, but Black Adam, of course. A lot of people are looking forward to that one. But the fact that they lost so much money, like canceling these films and like shows, and it's just like, the fuck are you doing, man? Jesus. Just because you want to take it to a different direction, okay. What will cost you? But are you like really looking forward to Black Adam, or you're just kind of just like, oh, yeah, right. So.
I mean, I kind of do want to watch it for what's that actor's name?
Dwayne Johnson?
No, not.
Oh,
not
for Shazam.
Pierce.
Oh, Bronson. Oh, for Doctor.
Yeah, I'm looking for Dr. Fate, because I'm like, wow, they actually chose a guy that probably actually looks like
Dr.
him
Fate
from the comics.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But now with Black Adam and Aquaman 2 being like pushed really back, it's like,
Yeah, same with like Flash and everything. Yeah.
to me, it's like, just whatever you guys have, just show it already. Like, it's like, to me, it's like you guys are going down the path of what Black Widow is went down with the will, the delays and stuff. It's just,
Yeah, I get it. You're like delaying it, and then it's just like, and it comes out like that. It's like, wow, you know.
and I was like,
you delayed it for this, you know.
and I was like, it's like, here's what you've been waiting for.
Yeah.
What is this? I don't know.
Well, at least they have all the time in the world to get rid of Amber Heard in the film as much as possible, I guess, without, I guess, destroying the canon of the story of that film. Yeah. We'll see how Black Adam turns out. Sorry, what?
Yeah, we shall see.
Yeah, we shall see. All right, last one for the road. This one. Yes, this is still relating to Warner Brothers. So, Legendary Entertainment is planning to move on from Warner Brothers and make a deal to develop films with either Sony or Paramount. The company has worked with Warner Brothers on Dune and the Monster verse films. So does that mean, right? If this is gonna be really funny, because if the MonsterVerse Godzilla becomes affiliated with Sony, for example, that'd be kind of ironic, because Breaking Bad is a Sony thing, and you know who's the star of Breaking Bad, right? Bryan Cranston. So it's like, and you know what happened with Bryan Cranston's character in Godzilla. So
It's gonna be that Thanos meme.
yeah.
And what did it lead you? Back to me. It's like,
Yep.
hi.
Yep. Yep. I think it'd be pretty funny also, but pretty interesting at the same time, because if I don't know, I mean, if it does become part of Sony, right, what does that mean for Godzilla and then for like future sort of projects, right? Because
I think they're not gonna move away from Warner Brothers until the MonsterVerse is done. You know,
oh yeah, that's true.
like, I think once they do the last movie for MonsterVerse, that they'll be like, hey.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, pretty much I think it's still going to be part of Warner Brothers, which does mean it's still possible for the big guy, the big G, to be part of multiverses, right? Still possible.
Legendary's version. It's probably gonna be Hanna-Barbera's version, the big green one.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're gonna put in Gotsuki. And I'll be like,
Gotsuki.
yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yes, you kids don't know who this shit is.
That'd be pretty funny
It's
because
like,
Godzuki glides, right? So he'll have like a nice gliding mechanic in multiverses. That'd be pretty cool, actually.
Wait, that's the hidden monster. I just found something.
Oh, it's the Godzuki.
It's Godzuki. That's what Godzilla and Kong are gonna fight.
They're gonna fight Godzuki, man. Yeah.
Godzilla will be like,
That's like
Kong,
the
I need your help. I need your help, Kong. Why? That.
yeah. That's the
What is that? I don't know. Kill it.
That's like the twist in the first live action Scooby Doo. Remember that?
The one James Gunn made?
Yes. And the villain, yeah, of course, it's Scrappy Doo, right? Like, because he got scrapped. He got scrapped. He just, you know, they forgot about him, man.
Yeah.
So that's why he became the villain for that film. That would be kind of like a similar case here, if that was the case. That would be pretty funny. But Godzuki for multiverses, that'd be pretty funny. I would not be completely opposed to that. All right. So on that note, let's end it here. Thank you very much for all who tuned in, and yeah, we'll be back. And I wonder if there's anything like coming up right away. Not really, right? So it's gonna be. It's gonna be like this heat wave, man. It's gonna be like dry, you know. I think it's probably gonna be dry for a little bit, but we'll find things to talk about. Yeah. You know, like maybe like the next episode of She-Hulk or something like that by that time. Anyway, now one's been on the hot topic again because you know She-Hulk and the end credits. Jeez.
I don't know. I'm not fazed by it. I'm just going like.
I mean, I'm not bothered by it either.
Yeah.
For the most part, but it's just the people, man. The people are just like, oh my god, why is she doing this? Why is she doing this? Wow. It's not like Marvel characters danced before. Wow.
Or it's like, I don't want to see this type of dance in my superhero stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, then stop watching. Ta-da! We saved you. And then like women are actually like going like, you know what? She's just having fun with a celebrity. You don't do stupid shit when you see a celebrity. Please.
Yeah.
I mean, for me as a design point, someone like pointed it out when she was doing the dance. If you look at her pants, you can see the creases and stuff. I'm like, that is very hard work. You don't know shit of, you know, CGIing and special effectsing like cloth. It's not an easy process.
Yeah.
So they must have had references, and they were pretty much doing like
up the wazoo.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm sorry, could you do that dance one more time? I think I missed a crease.
Yeah.
Okay, I found it. Okay.
I had no idea who she was dancing with, and I had to look it up and stuff like that. I was like, oh, okay, she's like that celebrity.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I had no idea who that was. That's not how. This is how it feels to be like a quote unquote boomer, man. Like a '90s boomer at this point. This is what it feels like, man. It's just, damn. I feel it, man. Anyway, all right. Let's end on that note. We'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much. Stay safe, take care, and have a good one, guys. Bye.